got some rings and a range, can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait, need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now this will make it into the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. There on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. It looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the 41-yard line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
He's across midfield.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
There on the stop.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
2nd and inches at the Jaguars' 27-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
On the play, 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Tackle made.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
They'll run with Smallwood. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out 1st downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Tailback. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They run with Hunt. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the run, this is Hunt. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
He's tackled.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run. This is Hunt. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
First down, they'll run with Hunt. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down.
I just love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
The ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Second and 8 coming up.
Here we go. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
Mike 22, Mike 22. They're going to need some therapy after this.
He'll look to throw. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into it a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Right back to him on first down. And he's taken down inside the 30. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Back to throw now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And some room to roam now. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
So first and goal from the 9-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
At the 6-yard line.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Let's see where they turn on third and goal from the 5. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now fourth and goal.
The 2-yard line.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
Intercepted by the Steelers. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on first and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
With the score.
So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's Hunt. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Kareem Hunt.
And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They'll set up a throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Tackle made.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
C.J. Henderson.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either call pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Makes the score. Steelers.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
For 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They'll run it here with Hunt. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
It's third down and 4.
Right there, 54, right there.
Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Fourth down.
They run for it with Hunt. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Catch made, it's Moreau. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. Yes. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get them.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's Hunt. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
54 Mike. Check. Watch 54.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. That's out to the left and complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Great job of tackling there to prevent the 1st down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Kareem Hunt stops short of the sticks. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
Turnover on downs.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down with about 95% chance of winning.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. That'll bring up 2nd down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down. What a difference a week makes. 5 interceptions in their last game. Here we are, fourth quarter. He's played mistake-free football.
And I'm sure that we can look back on the past week and say, okay, he spent time in the film room and they worked on his mechanics. Sometimes it's just your team believing in you, your coaching staff believing in you, and you relax and play to your potential. And he's doing that in this game.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, third down. Incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
The 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Jaguars on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. This time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And now it's 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. So that'll back them up 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. It's complete to Grant. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jakeem Grant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. A fairly short kick from the 14. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. Connection made with Chenault. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
At the 50-yard line.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Samson Abukum. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
No, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
25. Jaguars, nothing. Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
35-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Josh Oliver. And it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on another.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
Mike 22. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Mustang 19. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
That's good.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
1st and
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
And that one is incomplete. It stops the clock now with 15 seconds remaining. And goal.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that. It's time to learn that.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Watch the run, watch the run. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Watch the slants.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. But now the extra point try forthcoming. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Is good. Makes the score Steelers 25, Jaguars 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Pittsburgh, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Ayy, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ayy, turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students around here, I'm the GOAT, little man. Then I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I whipped the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah, then I hit that. 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 Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew, ooh. Only winning is exception on my crew, yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah, then I hit that. Okay, yeah, yeah, then I hit that. That's a flag on the plate.
Yeah, yeah.
Flag on the plate.
Hold up.
That's a flag on the plate. Let's go.
Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the plate. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the plate. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake.
Let's go.
I just took off with that rock, just like Tyreek Hill. I just count 100 racks, that's a whole field. He don't want no championship, get him out of here. I just gotta set like I run up in the backfield. I just gotta set like I ran up on a quarterback. Shake and bake, make a play just like a quarterback. We ain't worrying about no formers, we ain't staying there. Running off the block, yeah, I'm something like a lineback. I got juice like a Fanta, how you like it?
How you like it?
I'm on purple, I'm on yellow like a Viking.
Like a Viking.
All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, 6 range just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the plate. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the plate. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake.
Let's go.
I'm in the field like a Panther, I done up the standards. Like Michael Vick in Atlanta when it's time to scramble. Neck full of water, call me Black Bridgewater. Lamar Jackson, how I throw them Ravens cross the border.
Hold up. You know I'm a touchdown with the sack. Run up the hole like a running back on the play. Intercept the pack like a safety, you boys ain't shake the play. That's a flag on the play. Let's go.
Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the